Okay.
So the previous Manda Omar said that when you say Baruch Haba B'Shem Hashem, it should be all said in one group. So there's a Moshe Shapir comrade, a person as great as him said such a thing. I don't agree with it. Also, whatever way you say it, it's going to be okay. And Amar of Eloilema Inish Yeshmei Rabba, the Hodar Mavarich. You shouldn't split up Yeshmei Rabba Mavarich. You should say Yeshmei Rabba Mavarich, Badadi. That's the halacha, actually. You shouldn't be mafsik. And Rav Safra says, that it's just the end of the pasuk. You don't have to worry about whether you mafsik or not. Really, the halacha is that we don't mafsik between Yeshmei Rabba and Mavoirach. Makam shenagu lichpol. The minig is if you repeat Anu Hashem Mashiach and all of that, you repeat it. Tana, Rebbe Koifel Badvarim. Rebbe would repeat other things. Like what were the other things? From Odcha, that capital is doubled as well. We double it as well. And the Malcolm to be Mavarech before Halal is the minig is to be Mavarech. Rabbi Loishan Alachrov. The concept of a bracha based on minig is the bracha that we say after Halal. Yahalalucha. Avalafon of mitzvah levarich, but the mitzvah, making a bracha of halal before, we certainly make a bracha before. All mitzvahs we make a bracha before we do the mitzvah. My mashma the high oiver lishnag dumi. Where do we see that oiver means to do it before? Vayaratz achimot derech hakikar vayavor es hakushi. He passed before the kushi. That he had passed in front of them. That oiver means to come first. If a person buys a lulav from an Am Haaretz during Shemitah, we're not allowed to do business with Shemitah. So you give him, rather than give him money, you give him in the etrog as a gift, so that way you're not involved in mischer, in business with Shemitah. Rashi says, you bought the whole set of lulav with the etrog from the Am Haaretz. You should ask that he should get the etrog as a gift, right? The other things he purchased, but the other thing is a gift. Because you can't really buy it on Shemitah. What if he doesn't want to give it as a gift? He pays for the lulav more, that for the mechir of the lulav itself, it'll include the cost of the etrog. Why do we have to go through this trickery? Let him sell it directly. We should not give money on behalf of Perush Shvis Arts, because maybe he won't deal with that money, but the Kedusha Shvis like you're supposed to. The tiny and moisturizing may perish shvius lamaretz yotzim imazon shloish sudas. The most you can give an amaretz of peiros during Shemitah is how much he would use to buy 3 meals. It means enough for 1 day's food. Because he'll eat it right away, he'll use up the money, and he won't do other things with the money that you're not allowed to do on Shemitah. And if you did give him more money than that, the money should be mechalal on fruit in my house that are not Shemitah fruits. And then the owner will eat when it's permitted to eat perish shvius. So, for example, if you buy perish shvius during Shemitah, if those fruits are things that normally would be watched by a field, the owners of the field would be careful to watch those things. They're not free and clear like figs or pomegranates. You can't buy those things from an amaretz. But fruits and vegetables that normally people don't watch in a field, like they're mafkir, like carobs, so then you can buy small amounts from enough for 3 sudos from an amaretz. Because anyways, it belonged to the moichel because it was hefker. All of this is talking about when you can buy from the amaretz if he got it from hefker. But if you bought it from an amaretz who got it from a field that was watched, so you're not allowed to give him any money, not even Mozen Sholosh Sudas. Because you're not allowed to use fruits that normally are watched by a guy in a field. If he's selling you dvarim from a hefker field, there's a maximum of only 3 sudas verminu. I'll ask you a shira. Akasha, pegim varibuzim vashitim v'chal galos v'akuzber sheboharim. These are types of different vegetables: rudi, hanfers, oiselis, asparagus, pulpier,
Purslane, whatever that is.
Yendre crescent. These are all unusual vegetables. Karpa shabanas fagagashal offer p'tumina meiser. You don't have to give meiser from them because people are mafker these. It grows wild. You can buy from anybody on Shemitah. These things are not watched. But you see that there's no limitation put on how much you can buy, which goes against what we said before, which we said you can only buy Muslim Shalosh Sudas. So who Moisef level in farm? He asked the question, but he answered it. Bichte Monshana, when we say you can buy, it means only the amount that he can eat that day, which is, Muslim Shalosh Sudas. Bichte Monshana, we're talking about the amount of food he needs to eat. My masha with the high mon lisha the mezoinu. The king prepared day-to-day food for him. That's Nebuchadnezzar that took care of Daniel. He made sure he gave them kosher food. So the shaila is, you said you can't give the Amei Haaretz money for the Shemitah fruits. So, but we said you can buy the lulav from him. Yachi lulav nami. Well, why are we selling the lulav to him? Our answer is lulav bar shishas anichlas shishvi. We're talking about lulav that was grown in the 6th year and was sold in the first month of the Shemitah. May have been cut in the first year of the Shemitah, but that was completely grown in the previous year.
Why does this lulav apply? Why does lulav apply to Shemitah? So you can't eat it.
Anything that's grown or cut in the few days between Rosh Hashanah until Sukkot is not considered that it belongs to the Shemitah year.
So but why? why do you, it doesn't, what does lulav have to do? It's not edible. It's not, lulav's not
Still,
edible.
it's something that you bought from him. It's peiros shvius, whether it's edible or not. It's something that you're using. You're mishtamish it for mitzvah.
I thought Shemitah applies only to something that's edible.
But this is something that is being used.
Anything.
It's something that is bought and sold. So if it's something that you would watch in your field and it's not hefker, you're not allowed to do business with that.
What about lumber for your sukkah or something? What about lumber? A tree, for example. How can you cut
Same thing.
that? Yeah,
Unless it's hefker.
Okay.
So Esrog Basra. So the Gemara says, "Yachi Esrog Nami Pashisha." What was the problem with buying the Esrog? If the lulav is the 6th year, the etrog also must be the 6th year, so it was not a problem. And for the Gemara, Esrog Basra Lakita here, no. Esrog goes after when you cut it off from the tree. And if you cut it off the tree right before Sukkot, it's considered the 7th year. We don't look at when you cut it. You look at when it buds. And an etrog clearly budded in the 6th year. Etrog and etrog is similar to a tree in 3 ways. And it's similar to a vegetable 1 way. That's why an etrog is a fruit. Lo orla, that there's a din orla by etrog, l'revoy, not to revoy, and shvius. It falls under the rubric of peiros shvius. And we go after zman chanata, when it buds. And how is it similar to liyerek? Liyerek v'derechach sheb'shas l'kitoso yisuro. When do you give meiser? When you gather it. Dear Rabbi Gamliel. Rabbi Yezro, I'm etrog shavali l'chol davar. Okay, here, we'll stop here. So tomorrow,